Good morning. This is an update video for Antique and Garden Showcase. I wanted to take a minute to clarify a few things I said the other day about joining a National Collectors Club. When I talked about my first piece, I said I joined the Collectors Club because my collection had become huge. Well, that's part of the reason, but one of the reasons you really want to join a collector's club, no matter whether you're a starter or you have a huge collection, is to learn more. It's a great community to find out more about the particular thing that you love, to have good resources, to find out all kinds of information, to see different pieces, to learn, to go to conventions. There's so much more to it than just having a huge collection, so I did want to clarify that particular part. Today we're going to get into some interesting things outdoors. I'm going to show you how to measure for the planter liners that I used the other day and show you just a little bit about maintenance and care of those particular cast iron planters. So we're going to take this outside, so join me out there in just a minute and we'll see how all that turns out today. Alright, so this is measuring for planter urns and inserts today. I failed to do this in the last video, so I wanted to make sure that I went back and showed you exactly how I measure for these planters. The first mistake a lot of people make is that they measure the top of the planter, the diameter, which is, you don't want to do that. You want to look inside and measure down in the smallest part. So this one runs about 8 inches at the smallest part, so you can't get anything bigger than 8 inches in diameter down in there. Also, you want to measure from the bottom to the rim height here, and that is roughly about 10 inches. So if we go to this planter, you'll see that I have a planter here. It's about 9 inches, but it tapers down. The planter tapers down, so it fits well in that pot. Also, you can see the height of that is about 10 inches, just like the planter. Another thing that you want to consider when you're using planters like this is I put the base on a stepping stone that looks like brick that has a little bit of a groove in it right there. It allows the water to drain out from underneath of it, but it keeps pests and things from crawling underneath of there and crawling up inside the hollow base and living or making a home. So it's really a twofold protection for these types of planters. It lets the water drain out and keeps you from having to deal with unwanted critters inside. Another thing I want to mention is I like to use a professional spray paint on the urns whenever I'm painting. It dries within 15 minutes into a complete dry in about 8 hours. And that makes it a little easier to get these done and put back together in one day. Another thing I wanted to mention about the planters themselves is you'll see some skewer spikes in there. And the reason these are in my planters is because we have a really bad problem with squirrels around here. Imagine coming home and finding all your plants scattered out all over the porch and dirt everywhere. That's what I came home to one day. Then I got on the web and I said, let's see what we can do to fix this problem. And a British website, I wish I could remember which one to give them proper credit, said to put skewers, the pointy side up, in any area of the planter where there's bare dirt where squirrels can dig. This has worked like a charm. It has saved every pot since then, and I don't have any problems with squirrels digging flowers out anymore. So it's a really cheap and easy fix. You can find skewers at your local grocery store. A lot of times right now they're even on clearance at the end of the grilling season. So be on the lookout for those. Use them in your pots if you're having that kind of problem, because it works really super well. Hey everybody, thanks again for watching and joining us here on Antiques and Garden Showcase. My name's Mark, and I'm glad to introduce you to this channel. There's going to be a whole lot more things coming out, and I really appreciate your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions on YouTube. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.